I gotta be honest. I didn't see this coming. I didn't think they were going to unveil it this year. I think I've become so jaded and so used to being disappointed by so many things that just did not come to pass that I genuinely did not recognize the Resident Evil 2 trailer, guys. I realized that rhymed. Just keep going with it, man. I didn't recognize at all. Okay, I should have known the second the rat was climbing around. Nah, didn't click at all. When it came up on top of the table or whatever it was there, and there's a piece of pizza sitting there in a PlayStation 1. No, didn't put two and two together. Finally, when the zombie began tearing the flesh from that officer's face, did I start to get an inkling of, this could be it. And then sure enough, pop! There's Leon. And I swear I must have shot up out of my seat. I wish I was recording and I wasn't. I had to work. And I just didn't feel like setting everything up. When you gotta get up, you gotta go to work. It's just one of those things, Working nights is strange. I know I've complained about this several times on the channel. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. But the point is it just kind of makes things a little twisted, It's just that much harder. So I got up, watched all of this stuff, headed to work, came home, took my shower. I'm sitting here now. Haven't even gotten anything to eat. I'm recording this audio. Wow. I'm blown away by this. Now, naturally, people are going to be wondering, all right, what are your thoughts on the camera angle? Because we didn't get the fixed camera angle. I don't really care. I don't really care. And there's gonna be some people who are gonna get mad at that. They're gonna be like, dude, you were like one of the guys out here who are really championing. Yeah, I can't speak. You were really banging your fists, saying, hey, this has to be Resident Evil, and to be Resident Evil, it's got to be classic style. But I think that they nailed the atmosphere here so much that I don't really think it's necessary. I would like to see it. But like I said in previous videos, I don't think you can have both existing in the same space. It just doesn't really work. But I don't know that with the pacing of this one, they are going for a very different pace. This is classic style Resident Evil. Whether or not the camera angle doesn't really do it for you, it doesn't matter. If you pay attention to the second trailer, when he comes across those zombies in those closed quarters, it feels so claustrophobic. It's got that oh shit feeling. Where am I gonna move? How am I gonna get around this? It just feels like that, guys. It's got that feeling to it. Now, I did like Resident Evil 4. I loved Resident Evil 4, actually. I'm not even gonna front. I loved that game. But I've always been a stickler for that camera. It just irritates me having the neck get in the way in the head. It's just too close. I've always thought it was too close. Back it up, or pull it forward, do something. But I'm liking what I see here. This looks very dark. This is a darker Resident Evil than I remember, and I'm seeing in the comments other people are echoing that sentiment. They're like, wow, this is really dark. It's just got that feeling to it, and it's exactly what Resident Evil 2 needs, right? Because Resident Evil 2, the first one's pretty dark, but with 2 you just get this real foreboding. The whole city's falling apart. Raccoon City is falling apart. There's corruption in the city. It's reached its way into the into the police department. I was going to say I don't want to spoil things because there's some people who haven't played it, and it's weird for me to come to terms with that, but that's the way it is. There's other generations that come up behind and they might not have played it, but there is corruption. Sorry if you didn't know that. Spoiler alert. I guess I should put a tag up or something, but this really reflects that, and I love that. Now, I've watched the footage back several times, naturally, and when the zombies come down the hallway, it's just perfect. It's everything that I want from Resident Evil. I can't complain about this, guys. I mean, I know I have to just keep repeating myself. I know I've stressed how much I want this to be fixed camera, but I can't complain about it when it looks so Resident Evil. We've complained for years that we want to get back to being in an atmospheric, slower paced, everybody's tired of this shoot everything up bullshit. It's just not what the series was intended to be. It needs to be survival horror above anything else. Now, when the zombies grab him and the way that zombie's mouth just animates open, it very much reminds me of the cover of Remake with that one zombie, right? The way his mouth just... And I remember the first time I saw Remake and a zombie grabbed Jill and it went to bite her, I was really taken aback by the animation and the way that the mouth just comes to life in the most horrifying way, and it just opens a little too wide, you know? It's just unsettling. It falls into that uncanny valley. They did that here again, and they just nailed it. When the one guy's mouth is just peeled back, Leon's inspecting it, saying, okay, this is obviously not normal, something's wrong, this is... something tore this guy open horribly. All the details that... all the little things that you would inspect. You know, when you'd come up to the guy who was torn apart, it would say something. It looks like his abdomen was torn open from the inside out or something. You're not going to get that, right? You're not gonna... it's not gonna be a game where you're doing those things, so I'm sure you'll see it in more detail. It'll kind of tell its own story, or Leon will comment on it. So it's going to be interesting to see that. So speaking of interesting things, something interesting happened to me after watching the second trailer, because I saw the first trailer last night, got home, just saw the second one, the more gameplay one, not even 30 minutes ago. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself at the end, wow, I can't wait for Resident Evil 3 now. No crap, right? Obviously that's going to be a thing. And people have talked about it. I've talked about it forever. Yeah, naturally it's going to lead into 3. I can't wait to see that. But now it's just that much more palpable. You can really feel it. You can get excited for it because you know what it's going to look like now. You know what it's going to feel like now. When Leon approaches the RPD, that first opening shot, all I could think of is, man, Jill's hot on his heels. I can't wait to come back through there and to walk up the stairs and maybe that fat zombie's there. That's, you know, that just lets you know that things are a little different. I'm very excited for this. Very, very excited for this. In January, what was it, January 25th? I might be confusing the 25th bit with March. Was it March 15th for the Division 2? Either way, I'm hyped for both games. I can't wait to play them. But yeah, we've waited for this for so long, and then they just drop it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna let people play it. We're gonna be showing gameplay." So there's gonna be some gameplay later on today that I expect to see. But what we got from both of these trailers was very satisfying. It tells the story pretty much complete what you need to know about how this game is going to function. They're slowing it down. This is survival horror. Welcome back to the world of survival horror. So you know what time it is, guys. Let me kick it over to you. What do you think of this? Are you disappointed that it's not fixed camera? Do you not care like me because you're just blown away with the atmosphere and everything that they're pouring into this game? Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully we will be getting something Outbreak related sometime in the next century. And thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.